Imagine being so terrified of one man's idea that your first reaction isn't to debate him, not to challenge him with facts, but to try and deport him. That's what some of South Africa's MPs are trying to do to Phil Craig, the leader of the Referendum Party. They've spent months trying to kick him out of the country. The problem is, legally, they can't. Let's get into it. Just a quick reminder, if you want me to continue my investigation into land grabs in South Africa, please go to the BackaBuddy campaign or go to stolenground.co.za and help me raise funds to produce the next 2 documentaries, Stolen Ground 2 and 3, which are going to focus on Hermanus and Grabouw land grabs. You can even pause the video right now and scan that QR code that you see in front of you to go directly to the BackaBuddy campaign. But if you prefer using EFT, those details are also in the description and pinned comment. Help me uncover the truth behind land grabs in South Africa. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Newsflash. I'm your host, Emilio. Thanks for tuning in. According to News 24, members of parliament are gunning for Referendum Party leader Phil Craig, who is spearheading the push for Western Cape secession. Some MPs went so far as to ask the Minister of Home Affairs to revoke his permanent residency, which he's held for over 20 years.
What?
Here's the issue. He hasn't broken a single law. Not one. Craig is married to a South African citizen. He's lived here for decades. And brace yourself, his crime is advocating for Cape independence, which, last time I checked, isn't crime at all. Unless, of course, you're a career politician terrified of losing your cushy seat in Parliament. Now, Parliament did what any bunch of angry toddlers do when told no. They asked their lawyers if maybe, just maybe, they could bend the rules to get rid of him. The Committee on Home Affairs requested a legal opinion on Craig's residency. The opinion was clear. From the facts received from the committee, none of the 4 instances arise in Mr. Craig's case. Translation? They have 0 grounds to revoke his status. The Immigration Act only allows revocation if you've been convicted of serious crimes, broken the terms of your permit, lived outside South Africa for more than 3 years, or never took up residence. Craig checks none of those boxes. In fact, the legal opinion goes further. As a holder of permanent residence permit in South Africa, Mr. Craig is entitled to all the rights in the Bill of Rights, except for those rights reserved for citizens, political rights in particular. So Craig can live here, work here, own property here, and enjoy freedom of speech, association, and belief, just like any citizen. What he can't do is vote in national elections or run for public office. Those are political rights that belong only to the citizens. But here's the kicker. Advocating for Cape independence isn't the same thing as running for parliament. He's not standing as president, he's leading a campaign. That falls under freedom of expression, which he does have. So the whole argument that he's somehow overstepping his bounds collapses under its own weight. So what's happening here? MPs are effectively trying to weaponize Home Affairs because they don't like his opinions. They're not trying to defend national unity. They're trying to cancel him with a border stamp. It's like the political equivalent of saying, we don't like what you're saying, so pack your bags, Phil. This is not about immigration law. This is about fear. Fear that the idea of Cape independence has gained enough traction that it can't be ignored. And when politicians can't win arguments, they start playing dirty. Here's why this matters. If politicians could strip someone of residency just because they don't like what they're campaigning for, democracy is dead. Freedom of expression isn't just about protecting the voices we like. It's about protecting the voices that challenge us, that make us uncomfortable, that force us to have conversations about the future. Phil hasn't broken any law. He hasn't threatened violence. He hasn't staged an insurrection. He's pushing for a referendum. Ironically, the most democratic tool available. And yet, some MPs are treating him like a fugitive. And here's where I stand. Whether you support Cape independence independence, or you think it's the worst idea. The fact remains, Phil Craig is within his rights to campaign for it. The attempt to silence him by revoking his residency isn't just undemocratic, it's authoritarian. And it exposes the desperation of politicians who know they've lost control of the narrative. If the idea of Western Cape independence is as laughable as they claim, then why not let it collapse under its own weight? Why try to deport the guy leading it? Unless, of course, they're scared he might actually succeed.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help me uncover the truth behind land grabs in South Africa, don't forget to go to the Back a Buddy campaign linked in the description or pinned comment. If you prefer EFT, those details are also in the pinned comment or description. You can find out more information on stolenground.co.za. And don't forget to leave a comment on this video, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know, do you think Phil should be deported? Do you think he shouldn't be deported? Do you think he has a right to express himself? And while you're down there, don't forget to leave a like on this video, share it far and wide, and no matter which platform you're watching this episode on, don't forget to drop a follow or subscribe. I've got more content coming your way, and with all that being said, thanks for watching. Your newsflash is in.
This is a bumblebee. Oh, never mind. Well, I had thought this was a bumblebee, but I was wrong. Because take a close look at its rear end. Notice how it has a smooth, bare bottom. It's so smooth, I can see my reflection. Okay, so now let's compare this original insect to this new one. It looks similar, but if you look closely, this insect has a fuzzy bottom. Well, that's a lot of fuzz. We've been fooled by a bug. Devastating. Well, so then, what are these? The insect with the fuzzy bottom is a bumblebee. And the insect with the smooth bottom is something different. Some of them have bluish bottoms. Many are absolutely enormous. And you might find them drilling into your home. Because if it has a smooth bottom, it's a type of bee called a carpenter bee.